I'm DarkHero, and this is Reflection Part 1.
I made a mistake. A fatal mistake. I just moved into an apartment in LA to pursue an acting career with barely any cash left over to make ends meet. But that isn't the mistake I was referring to. I was just settling into the new place, sitting in my empty apartment texting my dad to hopefully borrow some more money from him. I had a couple of auditions set up and a few interviews at some restaurants, so I was browsing through my old clothes. I tried on a few things, going back and forth from the bedroom to bathroom until I realized it was a little past 4 p.m., and I was running late to my first audition. So I quickly gathered my things and rushed out of the building. As I passed the building's dumpster, that's when I noticed the standing mirror. A black, rectangular mirror with small legs to keep it upright. It was just one of the things I needed to spruce up my apartment. I checked the time on my phone. With the commute, I'd be extremely late anyways, so I decided to go ahead and transport the mirror up to my apartment. Luckily, it was light enough for me to move by myself. When I got it into my bedroom, I set the mirror against the wall next to my mattress and took a step back. I instantly frowned when I saw the state of my reflection. My hair was a mess, and my top was stained with something red. I was thankful for the mirror. I was able to fix myself up really quick. I got dressed into a clean shirt, these cute shorts, and I re-examined myself in the mirror. Checked out all the angles, and when satisfied with my look, I gave myself a smile. "You got this, girl. You can do it," I said to myself. I checked my appointment and saw that I was due for a job interview at a diner a few blocks down. Gave myself one more quick glance into the mirror and saw something. It went quickly as I blinked, but I thought I saw someone peeking through the door behind me. I peered out into the hallway. Of course, there was no one around. I looked back at the mirror and thought my eyes were playing tricks on me, or perhaps stress was getting to me. I saw it again, a woman poking their head from the corner of my bed. A mess of long black hair. Their face was pale. They looked at me with wide eyes and their mouth was agape. I screamed and turned towards the bed to see nothing. A chill ran down my spine, then I jumped at the sound of my phone notifying me of the upcoming job interview. I grabbed my purse and got out as quickly as I could. I groaned a bit as I made my way to the elevator. I just moved to LA and I'm already letting stress drive me crazy. I pressed the call button for the elevator and after a few moments, the door opened. I got inside the elevator and pressed the button for the ground floor. I was the only one inside, so I propped myself up on the handrails, resting the back of my head on the mirrored wall. I closed my eyes for a moment and I heard a woman whisper. I couldn't understand it, but the words hit the back of my neck. I opened my eyes to see that the lights were flickering. The woman's whispers appeared behind me again. And when I turned around, I saw not only my horrified reflection, but a woman. The same woman I just imagined earlier. She was staring straight at me with wide eyes and her neck was crooked. She slowly lifted a hand towards me and I looked beside me to see nothing. I looked back at the mirror and her fingertips were mere inches away from my neck and my reflection. I backed up into the corner next to the control panel of the elevator. There was nothing in front of me at all, but when I looked at the mirror, I could see her creeping towards me. The elevator doors suddenly opened and I ran out, bumping into someone in my escape. I wasn't near the ground floor yet. I looked to see that I was only on the second floor. The elevator doors closed behind me and I took a few minutes to catch my breath. Was I seeing a ghost? The logical part of my brain was rejecting the thought, but my body shook as I remembered the woman's pale white face. My phone rang, and I checked it to see a text message from my dad telling me he wasn't going to send me any more money. I needed a job. I needed to get to that interview. I slapped myself back into shape, resolving that I was just tired. I took the stairs down, and when I stepped out of my apartment building, I noticed that it was raining. Just a bit. I couldn't believe my luck. Thankfully, it was a little drizzle, so I stepped on the concrete to head to my destination. I was glad to be wearing tennis shoes, and my feet splashed on the floor. I repeated my mantra in my head. You got this. You got this. Hoping to manifest enough positive energy to land this job. The street was surprisingly quiet. I suppose people were avoiding the rain. The splashing of my footsteps echoed around me, and I looked across the ground to see the lights from the street lamp shimmering out of the sidewalk. That's when my heart sank. I saw her in the reflection of one of the puddles. The woman, slowly reaching towards me.